work for them, and we still don't do that. Now, that got to be some form of insanity, because you see what works, but refuse to use what works in pursuit of that which absolutely do not work. Divide and conquer has never liberated anybody. There is no record in the history of the world, in the ancient tablets, in the etheric record, and I read them all, and I have not found anywhere where divide and conquer was an effective means of liberation. I found divide and conquer, I found a subjective group of people being oppressed and suppressed. As long as you allow that divide and conquer to stand, your oppressor remains victorious over you. So wherever you see a conscious brother that you know do the work in the community, request that brother to work with another brother that's totally unrelated to, if he's a Hebrew Israelite, ask him to go work with an FOI. We don't care about what y'all don't agree on. We want to know, what did y'all find that was similar in the teachings of Elijah Muhammad and the teachings of Yahweh ben Yahweh? What did y'all find in common? What do y'all find in common between the teachings of Malachi York and the teachings of Ben Ami Carter? What y'all find in common? What did y'all find in common between what Dr. Dean said and what Claude Clegg said? Whatever they is, let's try to find, because when we find all that common stuff, we start to realize that all the stuff we was divided on was decoys. All of the things that we using to stay divided is a decoy. It's like you want to go duck hunting and you go get you a string of decoy ducks and you throw them in the lake. But I only got like 4 videos on there because I haven't really been doing YouTube yet, because I've been trying to give these people the opportunity to come and do what they're supposed to do. And they got me sitting on standby. I ain't got no problem with being on standby. I've been on standby my whole life. I'm just tired of hearing these motherfuckers talking about they conscious and they aware and they know what's going on, but they can't fix the goddamn problem. I'm telling these motherfuckers, if they get off their goddamn hands and do their part, this shit is easy. All you got to do is take 3 steps and use your power. The whole world gonna stop. It's already written. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Diane, it's right there. Morpheus Megas at YouTube. Yeah, right now I'm trying to get off all social media. I'm trying to get into a more practical reality of putting these sisters together. So once they got to meet, right? There's a group of sisters that I communicate with on social media that are very powerful sisters across the country in different locations. And they all got a role to play in the rebuild structure. In the structure for the rebuild, when they all do their part, it worked like, it's like putting the dream team together. Every one of them loving, beautiful, kind-hearted women that want to see this shit stop. That's sincere. That we doing this shit from a different angle, but we working for the same goal. And he ain't supposed to listen to me because I'm not his elder directly. I'm what you call a proxy elder from across the tracks. So I got to go talk to somebody in his family tree, in his clan. And once I talk to somebody in his clan that's of significance, then they will have to come and talk to him with me in order for me and him to resolve whatever matter or confusion there is there. So you can see how we resolve matters from the land, by the people from the land, while they own the land, and they don't see eye to eye on the matter. But Big Mama showed me what she was having him do and why she needed it done this way. So now I have to go back and then tie these loose ends up, and that should be the what you call the coup de grace, the grand finale. Cause we already at Big Mama house. We just trying to unlock the motherfucking front door without tearing up nothing going in there. Cause we got much respect for Big Mama house. And Big Mama house is the Vice Lord house. And the Vice Lord house is black and gold, and that's the gold and the coal. And the coal is the carbon, and the gold is the platinum group metal, and I am the platinum back gorilla. So when we put this shit together, we'll be able to show y'all that um we can find a way. If we work together, we could find a way to overcome this bullshit as a collective. But as long as we bickering back and forth, all we gonna be doing is giving the show to the motherfuckers enemy that's laughing at us. So I don't want to get them motherfuckers no show. And that's why I'm willing to talk to the Canaan land Moors, cause I be iffy about Moors um if they not Taj, if they not C. Freeman Hill, Hakeem Bey, Charles Mosley Bey, I be iffy about them because of the dirty Moors. But I'm not anti-Moor, but I am anti-dirty Moor. And all of the Moors know that there are dirty Moors. That's not a secret, right? And if they know there's dirty Moors, then they shouldn't be offended because I'm not a Moor that I call out the dirty Moors for being some rotten motherfuckers that they are. They just need to clean house. So Angel Bay, that's his job. That's not my job, right? I just have to tell the people where we was infiltrated at, and we was infiltrated by Albert Pike, who portrayed himself as motherfucking George Washington and Adam Weishaupt in order to deceive the people with morals and dogma at the 32-degree Scottish Rite Freemason level, coming in off of a conquistador's um, Etruscan Moor in cloak and concealed. And the image that we see is not even the real image of the real individual, whether it's the Adam Weishaupt, the George Washington, or the motherfucking Albert Pike. Those are all imposters that's put out as a cat's paw in order to conceal and cover the dirty players behind the scenes. They use pale faces to block institutions to keep us from finding out what they was doing. And if we can't find out what they doing, we don't know what course of action to take to resolve the matter. But now that we know what they was doing, what they have done, and what they still was trying to do, and we knew how to overcome those obstacles, this shit is a wrap. So you can go to your George Washington Masonic Memorial and you can see the fezzes of all of the dirty Moors who signed the contracts with Europe, with England, France, and Britain in order to subjugate the organic people from this land. All of their fezzes is there because they said if they surrender their fezzes and we surrender our feathers and sandals, that we wouldn't know us from them at the end of the 200 years. We disagreed and we was right. They ain't us and we ain't them. They look like us, but they ain't us. They don't love like us. They don't fight like us. They don't do nothing like us. Everything they do is weaponized against us. So I have to talk to anybody who willing to resolve this ugly ass matter we face with. Even if they come in hostile, I still have to endure the hostility in order to try to draw out a cognizant conversation with them in order to solve the problem. The key order of business right now is Big Mama House. That's that black and gold shit. That shit got to be straightened out, and it's gonna get straightened out Monday, right? So once that gets straightened out Monday, and they find out that the treaty that was signed 50 years ago between Lord Stones and disciples, and that we was all infiltrated by motherfucking dirty players. And now we reclaiming what we got by connecting with the ones that Big Mama seeing. Big Mama make a motherfucker go upside your head in order to get you right. And then she'll make that motherfucker turn around and be So Instagram is starting to give me some shit. So we're gonna wrap this one up, y'all, but from there. All right. Peace out, y'all. Share the video, get the information out to the public. So the show on Young Elder is Tracking the Devil. We're gonna be going over who Enlil is and why they black devils. He had to show himself before he left, and he did, and I'm gonna show it to y'all. These motherfuckers think I don't be knowing what I be talking about, but they don't never confront these motherfucking receipts I be dropping. So, since they don't like to address the receipts, they just like to use a bunch of gossip and rhetoric. Oh, that nigga don't know what he talking about. He lying over there. He throwing dirt on the Moors. No, I'm not. I'm throwing dirt on dirty Moors because they already dirty, motherfuckers. The good Moors know what I'm doing. The dirty Moors is mad. All you got to do is watch them. See, they thought that they was going to challenge us to this game and we was going to lose. We not going to lose because we know who we be. You don't believe me? You can ask DMX. They don't know who we be, but we know who we be. Every time. They don't ever deal with the receipts. I even give them receipts that they can refute, and they so scared of the receipt that they won't even examine it. And that's how you know when you got them motherfuckers with their back against the wall and their dick is in the dirt. The righteous Moors is against the dirty Moors. They know what I'm talking about. They'll tell you look, you can go sit into a Moor science temple, and the good Moors is going to pull you to the side and say, you know, you got to watch out for them dirty Moors. The good Moors going to tell you. And they're going to say, and you got to watch this one because he be doing this, and you got to watch that one because he be doing that. The good Moors is going to put you up on who the dirty Moors is. And here go the kicker. All of the dirty Moors and then got positions of power and abused it. You was the dumbest motherfuckers in the world because you don't think that the grand governing body know who you motherfuckers is. All of the good Moors know what I'm talking about. The grand governing body know who them dirty motherfuckers is. Because they got all of the files from all of the people's complaints on file at the motherfucking grand governing body in their records. They know they know who did the dirt. They know who sold the Moorish Science Temple out to the United States Corporation. That's why I say you're American citizen on your nationality card, but you ain't seen that yet. Yep. So we going to family banks. We getting away from I gotta answer my door. Yep, come on. Get downstairs. What's going on with your nephew? Good. Yeah, I'll be down. Tell him I'll be down there waiting on man too. excuse me, I had to let my little nephew in. He go get his hair cut downstairs where I need to be going next. Looks a little savage. I don't mind looking a little savage. Yeah, so if anybody got any questions, throw them mug in the comment section, and I'm gonna try to answer this. Yeah, so we're getting into the family banks so that we can overthrow the central banking system that left all of the families destitute. The central banks ties back to the Federal Reserve and the IRS, and the checks that you give them in the form of taxes goes to your World Bank and International Monetary Fund. The national debt is the money that they owed us that they said we owed them. So the national debt gonna become the national debit to rebuild the infrastructure. So it's all playing out. And we just right now we just some observers watching this shit slow ass build and fall. And that's some hard shit. Yeah, ask your question again, sweetie. I didn't see it. I was looking for some questions. Tano Lady L, you can ask your question again. Hey, this like we be having little family reunions in the comment section. We be seeing people we ain't talked to in a minute. Be what's up? What's going on? They continuing this like it's business as usual because we acting like business as usual. The great solar flare, which is supposed to take out the grid, have anything to do with free? Well, everything right now is all consistent. Raven Rock is, thank you, Dr. Ham. Raven Rock is where the continuity of government is taking place under the FEMA protocols. And there is where all of the transfers of power, keys to the wealth, all of this stuff is taking place over there. And they should be about done by now, because what I'm seeing play out in the mainstream is the, 2 weeks ago, I think it was, a week ago, Trump lawyer presented a case to the Senate about the election fraud and played videos of prior Democrats talking about stolen elections. So they about to dig into that shit in a minute. If NASA launch failed, those are just messages. So what you do is you look up the name of the failed launch, then you look up the code name for it and translate that shit. Creature from Jekyll Island is when they created the central bank. Yep. All that shit. The Emerald Tablets, we was going to go over some of that tonight because Thoth warned us about something called the Dark Brothers, who look like us, but they ain't us. Ain't that something that it's in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth? Somebody look like us, but it ain't us? Look, paperwork is the paper chain. We got to use our oral tradition until we overthrow their system. That's right. And once we overthrow their system, then we can use our own paperwork. The Black Hand was, I already went over that, but the Black Hand was them niggas that was leading the KKK. Right. Well, I'm not finna break the whole Emerald Tablets down tonight. I'm just gonna show a couple of verses where Tahuti talks about the Dark Brothers and that he got rid of them once, but they let him back in using the conjure. And he's talking about when Enlil called that dragon bitch from the alternate mirrorverse and brought her over here to use her mitochondria to usurp the throne of the matriarchs. Well, we caught on to that shit. So, but anyway, when they conjured them motherfuckers over here, they turned everything upside down and backwards in information. So the information is upside down and backwards on purpose in order to confuse the minds of the people that's watching. Mm-hmm. Crooked man walking on the land. Somebody say it's lightning. Yep. So the central banking system is all created up on a constructed fraud. The Three Kings is in the continuity of government, right? They have to be there to make sure that all of the power is secured before they leave, right? Look, your personal decisions, I set myself up where I don't have no bills, so for me to tell you whether to pay your bills or not, that's on you. Until we in power, we ain't in power. What's the delay in big picture being revealed? Y'all not paying attention? I see y'all. I see y'all. Yeah, so, and when we get in power, it's not going to be no secret. These motherfuckers is in power. They kept their motherfucking shit a secret. They hid in the background and made other people take the fall for them. We don't hide in the background. So when we get in power, it ain't going to be no mistake about it. Yep, they are definitely doing the mortgage thing, offering up those no interest mortgages because they trying to get you to contract. Don't contract with these motherfuckers and watch they shit fall. All of them incentives they giving you is to keep them in power just a little while longer. So no interest loans, low interest, all that's fraud. They tricking you. They tricking us into going in there getting these no interest mortgages, not knowing that if we don't go and support their system and drag this son of a bitch down, that we won't need to get a mortgage. We already got shit. Yeah, what's up, Sirius Ray? Kino the Peacock, I see you, God. Look, they not gonna allow the rules to the game, first of all, is what we missing. Because if you understand the rules to the game, you understand what's taking so long. We have to be at critical mass of self-awareness. I mean, this is why they be talking about woke, the woke culture. What the fuck is the woke culture? Right? Who is this? What is they pushing this so-called woke agenda? What's that shit? Right? Because what they telling you, and you ain't paying attention, that if it's enough people that's woke, meaning aware, meaning they know who they is, they 5/5 realize they no longer 3/5 compromise, they can't be imbeciles in law, then they don't have any jurisdiction. So they warning everybody about the motherfucking woke culture. The motherfuckers that's waking up is us. The return of the motherfucking ancient ones, the motherfuckers that came back from eons gone by, and we had to sit and watch while this motherfucking shit played out until we seen the time to seize the power. And as they say, seize the time is now. The time is now to seize the power. And the only way we all got to get out of their fraudulent position in order to let the rightful motherfuckers speak for what's going on. So when I get done being right, and when we get done getting the attention of the people, our people, we don't need the enemy attention. We don't need none of them niggas that's from Africa. We don't got no personal gripe with them unless they came in with the enemy doing the enemy bid. We don't got no problem with the motherfuckers from the Middle East, from the Far East. Right now, this is family business. This is about the family unifying together to get these motherfucking, get our shit. We know who the leadership is. All we got to do is use the oral tradition, right? So we're going to fuck their algorithms up to let them know that we putting it in the public domain, right? So you slander somebody. This is the COINTELPRO prime motherfucking tool of operation. The slander lays the foundation for them to do the dirt to the righteous, uncontested by the masses. Larry ain't our savior, we his. We got to get Larry. Why we got to get Larry? Because Larry represents each and every one of us. He represents Angel Bay, he represents Big Tookie. He represents Asada Shakur. That's why. He represents you, he represents me. The fact that we can focus our attention on one motherfucking leadership on the land from us that we know is ours, right? And we know he always because of the way that the government treat him. They ain't treating theirs like that. They treat ours like that. Ain't got no mother. They create a motherfucking criminal enterprise in order to put them in and then accuse them of it. But we so busy following what they say is the news, the mainstream, that we just go along to get along bootlicking ass niggas. You know? So long as they know that all they got to do is put on the news that you's a criminal and you already convicted, then they just put that shit on the news and be done with your dumb ass. And this is why nobody won't step up in our community to do nothing to help none of us. When a motherfucker get on top, he don't want to come back and help a bunch of rotten ass motherfuckers that pulled and tugged on him like crabs in a bucket all the way to the top. That's not the way this shit go. So I got the knocks from Malachi for the Nuwabians. So if y'all know any Nuwabians, make sure y'all tag them in this video, because Malachi say when he get back, he finna set the record straight among those who did the dirt in the community, because those were the actual infiltrators in the Nuwabian nation. He knew who they was the whole time they was there, but he had to leave them there in order for us to get to the point where we can see how they work. So when he gonna send y'all a message through the young elder. For y'all who know who young elder is, he gonna send the family message. You probably won't get the message, because that's who the message is gonna come through, from Malachi. So I don't know if it's going to be for the public or just for the family that's close over there where he at, but he going to give Young Elder a message to give him. I don't know Young Elder, never met him. I heard him a couple times on YouTube, but that's what the message is for the Nuwabians, right? Yep, the Young Elder on YouTube. Malachi sending Nuwabians a message through Young Elder, right? And I don't know if it's going to be a public message or a private family message, but Young Elder going to have a message for the Nuwabians, and it's going to be fresh. So tomorrow, we're going to get into the cyber parade in the hashtag Free Larry Hoover. It's going to be more than one hashtag opportunity on the Free Larry Hoover thing. Look for the one with the most posts under it, and use that one. But use all of them if you have to. It don't even matter, because they say free, right? So we all standing on this shit. This ain't for the motherfuckers who came on slave ships, who don't feel like that they got no stake in what's going on over here. We just ask that they respectfully stay out the way so they don't get stepped on in the process of the come up. Because we don't want no innocent motherfuckers. It's the worst thing you could do is make the innocent pay for the dirty guilty. Right? So you can start now if you want to, sweetie. We can start whenever y'all get ready, but we just don't stop. Every time you do a post tomorrow, hashtag Free Larry Hoover till we bust the algorithm, hit them some bitches right in their pockets, because they don't like nobody fucking with their money. And Larry Hoover is not tied to any fundraisers, right? Yep. I've been getting the word that it's on the TikTok. I don't know what Twitter doing with it yet, but we just got to go whatever motherfucking social media you get on, spread the word. Because we going to hijack their motherfucking social media. We only trying to get the message to us. Because we don't care about nobody that's sitting up in the tent on our property. Right? So we cleaning house. So we don't care about them. We only care about us. We care about how many of us is paying attention. How many of us we can get the attention of. Because it's our shit. If it ain't their shit, they don't, we don't have no problem with dealing with them later. But for right now, we need to get the message to us. Organic motherfucker. All right. So if Brother Umar Johnson, want to be unapologetically African. We don't mind him being, he can be as African as he like to be. But while these organic motherfuckers from this land is on the move, stay your motherfucking unapologetically African ass out of the way before you need to apologize. This ain't none of his business. This don't have nothing to do with him. If he was a real Pan-Africanist and a real Garveyite, like he say, he would understand what a confraternity is, and he wouldn't be in our business trying to tell us that we came on a goddamn ship packed like a sardine, the most dumbest shit a motherfucker could possibly come up with and believe, and talk about he's educated. Talk about he's got a scientific mind and that he can't be manipulated by the white man. Well, the white man got you thinking you came on a ship. You can continue to believe whatever you want to believe. Just stay the fuck out the way of the organic people of the land. That's all we asking. We don't care how many of you niggas want to be unapologetically African and Afrocentric, right? We don't have no problem with none of that shit. Because we was already doing business, trade, and intermarrying across the water before we both got sacked on both sides of the water, if y'all not paying attention. Right? But this ain't got nothing to do with that. Right now, this got something to do with the organic people of the land, Big Mama boys, cleaning Big Mama house up, and letting the rest of us know what's going on across the land. We finna hit these motherfuckers in their pockets because we gonna make them motherfuckers scream. Right? So, just let it be known. Right? We don't care if you unapologetically African or if Afrocentric, I'm a Pan-Africanist Garveyite too, but I ain't from Africa. Right? Because the Africans all told me, all of the Pan-Africans of knowledge, of learning, told me we was already here. Y'all already at home. What the fuck is you talking about? Right? Go back and read the indigenous books. They'll tell you. So they came up with all these color codes, skin colors, paper bag clubs. Right? They separated us by skin color. The light ones versus the dark ones and the Willie Lynchism. All that bullshit. And y'all niggas is still falling for it. I don't got nothing to do with none of that shit. It got nothing to do with me. The only thing got something to do with me is Big Mama told me to tell y'all who the chiefs of the land is and let y'all call them motherfuckers to the forefront. Because when y'all call them to the forefront, they got to tell you what the fuck is going on the land, who responsible for the dirt being done, and what we gonna do to clean this shit up. That's all I care about. I don't care if your ass came from Mars, Nibiru, Pluto. I don't care if you Ashtar Command, Pleiadian, Arcturian. I don't care if you a Wookiee. I don't give a fuck if you Jabba the Hutt. It doesn't matter to me. As long as you don't stop us from doing Big Mama job, what she sent us to, I wouldn't give a fuck. Just stay out the way and it's all over. Ain't nobody gonna be left behind. Because she saying no guys and no little yous. You don't treat people the way they treat you. Because if you treat people the way they treat you, you're gonna be a tyrant. Goddamn right we ain't black. Right? Black don't have nothing to do with skin tone. Right? They called us blacks because they attacked us. It's a chess term. And they called themselves white because they was the attacker. Right? And we thinking it means skin color. You know, I done seen some dark motherfuckers. My boy Taz told me on Taz TV, he said, man, show me a black motherfucker. I found purple motherfuckers, navy blue motherfuckers, hot chocolate motherfuckers. I never found a true black motherfucker.